Hi, I'm Angel. You can call me Auntie Angel. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's January 2nd, and so I'm into doing some rituals in the spirit of renewal and letting go of the old year. And one of my favorite rituals for letting go is what I call a first principle ritual of letting go. And so I thought I would share it with you as I do it for myself and just demonstrate, just like a lot of things I demonstrate. It's my belief that there's not one right way to do things, there are many ways, and it's all about finding the way that works for you. So, the first principle, ritual, idea of letting go is to formalize a something that we want to release, to let go in the body in some ritualized way, in some kind of formalized way, which gives significance to it and helps anchor it into the body. Now, often I will combine a physical, somatic part of the process. Big rituals, like think about a wedding, there's a reason why those are more power. There are many reasons those are often more powerful. Some of those reasons include having a person of authority involved, a third party, a witness. Others are having your family or friends, other witnesses. Witnesses is a big thing. So, in that spirit, actually, me sharing this ritual with you is going to make it more powerful for me, which I hadn't really thought of, but bonus for me. Um, I do intentionally utilize my sharing on this channel as a form of public accountability, which I am, I'm happy to say helps me in my wellness journey. So, maybe probably more than a decade, maybe even 2 decades ago, probably about 20 years ago, I wrote down on a piece of paper a limiting belief that I had come upon in myself that I wanted to let go of. And that was that I was not graceful. And I wrote that down and I set it on fire. I think there was a party going on or something a little more 20-year-old kind of thing. But ever since then, I've been much more graceful. And I'm just like most people. Sometimes I'm more graceful than others, but I no longer have that deep underlying belief that I'm not a graceful person. And after that, I went on to be in a dance troupe, do some belly dancing, some other dancing, and I still to this day enjoy dancing in front of other people freely in a way that I was not able to before I did that ritual. So, after much self examination, I notice there's some weird stuff going on with this light here. I've been doing a lot of self work for some years now. I don't know if this is going to help. And one of the underlying limiting beliefs that comes up in me a lot is the belief that I'm unworthy or unlovable. And so I've been working, apologies for all this moving stuff around. That's just how it's going. I have been doing a lot of work for probably a decade or so on letting go of this underlying belief that I'm not lovable, that I'm not enough. And I know it's a very common underlying limiting belief. And much like the graceful thing, I think there's a kind of a healthy spectrum probably to have of self doubt and of, maybe even shame a little bit, although I say that with a wince because I'm really not a fan of the shame. But all that said, my underlying limiting belief of being unlovable, I've dug down deep into my my creation story with my own parents and my own family history and my own belief structure foundations, and it really has come up again and again, and I can see where it's deeply rooted. So I think this ritual will serve me very well. And I already kind of wrote it down in pen, but I'm going to trace it again, maybe even 2 more times, just to do a little ritualized 3 times. So, and I'm going to say it, and then I'm going to burn it. I'm going to make sure. So I have a lighter here, and I have a little tray here to catch my piece of paper and let it burn. And I'm also sitting on a tile floor, although I'm also on a rubber mat. So just to let you know, I am trying to be safe about it. I got this lovely little orchid here as also a witness, which I bought for my mother for New Year's. And I haven't given it to her yet, but I am letting go of this belief that I am not lovable, because it does not serve me anymore. I can see how it served me as a protective mechanism when I was very young, when I was an infant. Because as an infant, I didn't know better. And I allowed that belief to become like a cocoon to protect me from letting people get close to me. Because I learned that often people who were close to me might hurt me. So I'm going to trace this, tracing it a second time, which makes for a third time that I've written it down. And I'm releasing this limiting belief that I'm not lovable, because I know I am lovable. We're all lovable, right? It's a very common underlying limiting belief that I don't need anymore. In fact, I'm going with, I'm letting go of, I am not lovable. I'm releasing that back to the ether. And in its place is left, I am lovable. I like to watch the ashes of that. Thank you for sharing that with me. It's kind of exciting. This is actually the first time I've done a first principle ritual in a format like this, and it feels good. I like the idea that there will be witnesses in the future, that I've like expanded the timeline of this whole thing just for good measure, because all of this is made up. I'm gonna write down, I am lovable. I am loved. I am love. I love. I'm going to sign it with my initials. There you go. A nice, simple first principle ritual, as I like to call it. The idea being to let go of a limiting belief that no longer serves me, and to instill a better, more healthier, that's not the right phrasing, a healthier belief that will serve me more better. Anyhow, I think you know what I mean. Thanks for being a witness and coming on this journey with me. Let me know if you're interested in some of the work I do. You can check out the description for ways you can connect with me. Do hit the subscribe button if you would be so kind. That would be cool for me. And above all else, remember to love yourself. Remember you are worthy of your own love. Try to love yourself a little bit more. Thanks for being you. Thanks for letting me be me. Ciao for now.